Meghan Markle is not wearing her engagement ring. Prince Harry is filmed on yet another solo trip, this time to a surfing centre, a 4-hour journey from the Sussexes' Montecito Palace. What the hell is going on?
Welcome, fellow squatties, to another episode of Countering Negativity and Media Bias. We're here to support and stand up for the Sussexes. Today, we have quite the controversy to dissect. They say every story has two sides. Our aim here is to shed light on the side that's often overlooked. Talk TV and their notorious critic Kevin O'Sullivan have long been detractors of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The recent comments made by O'Sullivan are no exception, filled with baseless assumptions and blatant bias. This instigated a larger conversation, highlighting the need to address such remarks. Therefore, it's essential that we scrutinize the unfairness in these comments. So without further ado, let's dive right into debunking these outrageous claims.
What the hell is going on? As talk of a Harry and Meghan marriage split reaches fever pitch, it is being reported that a trial separation is imminent. Over decades of observing celebrity relationships in my professional capacity as a journalist in London and Hollywood, I've learned to spot the signs. And when it comes to the self-styled King and Queen of California, let me tell you, all the signs point to them drifting further and further apart. Sources close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex insist that although they are leading increasingly diverse lives, they still enjoy a modern and happy relationship. Modern, maybe, but happy? Not while he's seeking a purpose and she's seeking a fortune. 5.5 years after their fairy tale Windsor wedding, the disparate duo are heading in different directions. A blue-blooded royal through and through, Harry has never been comfortable around Meghan's naked commercial ambition. The passionate pursuit of profits, wealth, and a glittering career are alien concepts to him. He's an aristocrat. Working for your money is simply not his world. He barely understands it. Meghan drowned in a tidal wave of seriously negative publicity amid the continuing strange inertia of her lifestyle site, American Riviera Orchard. A money-making machine, apparently, launched 8 months ago, but going nowhere fast. Nothing sold, nothing even offered for sale.
It was so sweet and natural and very romantic. He got on one knee.
The ring is yellow gold, and the little diamonds either side are from my mother's jewelry collection to make sure that she's with us on this crazy journey together.
It's beautiful, and he designed it. It's incredible.
Firstly, Kevin O'Sullivan made a claim about the Duchess's engagement ring. Now let's get this straight. The Duchess of Sussex, like any individual, has the personal choice to wear or not wear her engagement ring. To spin a narrative of marital discord from such a trivial detail is not only irresponsible, but also disheartening. We need to understand that personal choices such as wearing jewelry are just that, personal. They are not an invitation for speculation or a basis for character assassination. The Duchess's choice to wear or not wear her engagement ring does not provide any substantiated information about her relationship with the Duke. It's just that her choice. It's important to remember that the Duchess of Sussex is a human being, not a character in a soap opera. Her decisions, whether they be about her attire, her jewelry, or her personal life, are not meant to be dissected and analyzed as fodder for sensationalist news stories. Moreover, making such a claim without any proof or credible source is a dangerous game of conjecture that undermines the credibility of the critic. It's one thing to critique based on facts, and another to create narratives based on assumptions and personal biases. This claim, like many others made by Kevin O'Sullivan, seems to be rooted more in the latter than the former. It is essential that we, as consumers of media, hold critics accountable for their words and actions. We must demand more from our media figures, insisting on fair and balanced reporting that respects the personal boundaries of the individuals involved. Next, we have Kevin O'Sullivan's remarks on the Duke's comfort around the Duchess's career ambitions. Now, this claim is rather interesting, and by interesting, I mean completely unfounded. O'Sullivan suggests that the Duke is uncomfortable with the Duchess's naked commercial ambition. But where is the evidence to support this? It's as if O'Sullivan is trying to stir up drama where there isn't any. Let's take a moment to unpack this. From mental health to women's rights. O'Sullivan's claim also implies that the pursuit of a successful career is somehow a negative trait. This is a harmful and outdated perspective. Everyone, regardless of their social status or gender, should be encouraged to pursue their ambitions. The Duchess's drive should not be used as a point of contention, but rather celebrated as an example of determination and resilience. In conclusion, O'Sullivan's remarks are not only baseless, but they reflect a biased and unfair perspective. His attempt to create a rift between the Duke and Duchess based on their professional endeavors is nothing more than a poorly veiled attempt at sensationalism. And with that, we've debunked the second claim. Let's move on to the third. Now, we've got a couple of claims about the state of the Duke and Duchess's relationship. These are particularly interesting. Kevin O'Sullivan has suggested that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are drifting apart, with their lives becoming increasingly diverse. However, the idea of a couple pursuing their individual interests and careers does not necessarily indicate a troubled relationship. In fact, it's quite healthy for individuals within a partnership to maintain their own identities and ambitions. O'Sullivan's comments about this diversity seem to be more of a projection of his own narrow views on relationships than an objective analysis. Furthermore, O'Sullivan's sources allegedly insist that the Sussexes enjoy a modern and happy relationship. However, he seems to dismiss this information, instead choosing to focus on his own baseless assumptions about their happiness. He claims that the Duke is seeking a purpose while the Duchess is seeking a fortune, yet provides no substantial evidence to back these claims. It's also worth noting that O'Sullivan's comments about the Duchess's pursuit of a fortune are particularly problematic. There's nothing wrong with seeking financial stability and success, especially for a woman who has worked hard to establish her own career. The suggestion that this ambition is somehow detrimental to their relationship is not only unfair, but also perpetuates harmful stereotypes about successful women. Moreover, O'Sullivan's claims about the state of the Sussexes' relationship are not just baseless, but also invasive. Speculating about the personal lives of individuals, especially in a public forum, is inappropriate and disrespectful. It's not the job of the media to play armchair psychologist or to stir up drama where there is none. So there we have it. The third and fourth claims thoroughly debunked. Let's move on to the final claim. Finally, we have Kevin O'Sullivan's comments on the Duchess's lifestyle site, American Riviera Orchard. O'Sullivan paints a picture of failure and inertia, claiming that the site is going nowhere fast and has nothing sold, nothing even offered for sale. But let's dissect this claim, shall we? Firstly, let's address the obvious. The Duchess of Sussex is a woman of many talents. She's an accomplished actress, a philanthropist, a best-selling author, and yes, a budding entrepreneur. It's not surprising that she would want to venture into the realm of lifestyle branding, a space where she can use her platform to inspire and empower others. O'Sullivan's claim that her site is failing is not only premature, but also largely unfounded. American Riviera Orchard is a relatively new venture, having been launched just 8 months ago. To expect overnight success in any business is unrealistic and unfair. Building a successful brand takes time, effort, and patience. Moreover, the Duchess has been transparent about her commitment to ensuring that her brand reflects her values. This includes a dedication to quality over quantity, a commitment to sustainability, and a focus on inclusivity. These are not principles that lend themselves to rapid flash-in-the-pan success. They are, however, principles that build lasting, meaningful brands that resonate with consumers. Furthermore, O'Sullivan's claim that the site has nothing sold, nothing even offered for sale is a gross misrepresentation. The Duchess has been strategic in her approach, focusing on building a strong brand identity and community before launching products. This is a common strategy in the lifestyle sector used by many successful brands. In short, O'Sullivan's comments on the Duchess's lifestyle site are not only inaccurate, but also deeply unfair. They reflect a pattern of destructive criticism that undermines the hard work and dedication of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And with that, we've debunked the final claim. Let's wrap this up, shall we? So there you have it, fellow squaddies. We've debunked Kevin O'Sullivan's outrageous claims about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. From insinuations about their marital status to unfounded accusations about their personal and professional ambitions, we've taken a closer look at each of these claims and found them to be lacking in substance and credibility. We've also pointed out the double standards and the sensationalism that are often at play in these narratives. Personal lives and relationships are complex and nuanced, and it's unfair to reduce them to simplistic headlines and sound bites. Public figures, regardless of their status, deserve the same respect and consideration as anyone else. Let's remember that criticism should come from a place of fairness and respect, not from a place of bias or malice. It should be based on facts, not on conjecture or personal prejudice, and it should contribute to a constructive dialogue, not fuel a toxic discourse. This is not just about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It's about the kind of media environment we want to foster and the kind of conversations we want to have. We can all play a part in promoting a more respectful and nuanced discourse. Thank you for joining us today on Royal Telly. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.